Hi, Prabhu here. Today we will see about how to model a complex shapes in Maya 2017, part 19. Stay tuned. If you are new to this YouTube channel, click this red color subscribe button to subscribe this YouTube channel. If you subscribe, you never miss any updates on this YouTube channel. Weekly 3 videos about Maya 2017, Arnold, modeling, texturing and lighting. Okay, in this part we made for our subscriber request. He sent me this reference image to model this tab. The real complex is here. In this region we have lot of details in it. So let's get started. Open Maya, go to create panel, NURBS primitives, disable the interactive creation. That means when we click on NURBS cylinder, it will automatically created in center of grid. So this is our reference object. Go to channel box and layer editor and give scale XYZ to 3 and give scale Y to 7 like this. Now I want to add this object in separate layer. Select this object and create new layer. Click on this button. So that means our selected object will be automatically add to this layer. Double click on this layer and rename this layer as NURBS underscore cylinder. So don't use space in Maya. So if you give some space, it won't take this name. So I will give underscore between NURBS and cylinder. Give save. I will see you will able to hide this one to check it will be add or not. So now you need to create an poly pipe. Go to create panel, polygon primitives, disable the interactive creation. That means when we click on poly pipe, it will automatically create it in center of grid. So now I want to give an poly pipe subdivision as 12 and also give channel box in layer editor, give scale XYZ to 3, so like this, and give thickness to 0.1, so it's enough. Now I press W. I want to move this one on this side. Right click and choose face mode. Select this face on bottom side and press delete in keyboard. Right click and choose object mode. When the object selected, go to modify and choose center pivot. I want to take another duplicate. Before that I want to rotate this one in Z. So rotate Z in -90 and press W and press Ctrl D to duplicate and move on this side. So I want to add this object in another layer. So select this object and go to display layer and create new layer over here. So that means our object will be automatically add to this layer and rename this as poly underscore cylinder, pipe. Click save and hide this one. So now we have only two objects. Select this NURBS cylinder and go to modify and choose make live. Go to shading and choose wireframe on shader. That means you're able to see our live object clearly. So select this object and press R and scale in Y like this little bit. When the object selected, go to mesh and choose conform. So that means it will automatically attach to our live object. So see here, right click and choose vertex mode. Select this vertex and shift select this vertex and press W. I want to move in X little bit. So select this both vertex and shift select this both vertex and move in X. Right click and choose object mode, press 4 in keyboard. Now you're able to see our object clearly. It automatically lie on our live surface, press 5 in keyboard, right click and choose edge mode, select this edge and shift select this edge, shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press W. I want to move in X until it contacting this center part. Right click and choose vertex mode, select this vertex and shift select this vertex and move in X to make it straight line like this. Now right click and choose edge mode, select this edge. So right click and choose object mode and click on isolate select. That means you're able to see our object clearly. Right click and choose edge mode, select this edge, shift select this edge and shift select this edge. You need to select this 3 edge, shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press W. I want to move in Y. Shift right click and choose Extrude Edge again and press W and move in Y. So it will reach our top part, it automatically straight our this jaggy line. It will automatically make it straight because I will re-isolate this one. It will reach our top part. Now right click and choose object mode. When the object selected, click on isolate select again. Right click and choose face mode, select this face and press delete in keyboard. Do same thing on bottom side. Right click and choose object mode. Now hold the D key and V key to change our pivot. Hold D plus V and use middle mouse button and click and drag on this yellow circle to this center point and press Ctrl D to duplicate and give scale Z to -1. I need to freeze my transformation. When the duplicate object selected, go to modify and choose freeze transformation. That means our transformation value will be 0 and give scale Z to -1. So that means you got an opposite side. Select this both objects, shift right click and choose combine. Right click and choose vertex mode, select all the center vertex and choose merge vertex and choose merge vertices. Now right click and choose object mode and press W. Now I want to change my pivot exactly in center. Hold the D key and V key in keyboard, use middle mouse button and click and drag on this yellow circle and snap on exactly in center. Press Ctrl D to duplicate and give scale Y to -1. So that means you got an opposite side. Select this both objects, shift right click and choose combine. Right click and choose vertex mode, select all the center vertex over here. Shift right click and choose merge vertex and choose merge vertices. Now right click and choose object mode. Now press 3 in keyboard. So now you got an perfect topology over here. Press 1 in keyboard. Don't do the opposite side because we need to model this one. After that we need to mirror on opposite side. Okay, before that here we want to delete this edge because the distance between two faces will be different. So I will double click on this edge and shift double click on this edge, shift right click and choose delete edge. Add one more edge loop, shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box and choose multiple edge loop and give number of edge loop to 1. Add one edge loop to here and also here. Now you got an even distance. So I will close my tool setting, right click and choose object mode and click on isolate select again. So now click on outside and go to modify and choose make not live. So you doesn't select any object, otherwise it won't work. So click on outside and then go to modify and choose make not live. So now I want to hide my NURBS cylinder, turn off this visibility and turn on polypipe. So now I want to move this object over here and also move in Y and press E and rotate in Z minus 55 degrees like this and press W. I want to move a little bit in Y. So select this both objects, shift right click and choose combine, double click on this edge and shift double click on this edge. Shift right click and choose bridge like this. Now I double click on this edge and shift double click on this edge and press W. I want to move in Y and also a little bit in X. Now right click and choose object mode. Now I want to add one more edge loop to here. So see our reference image. Here we have a detail. So if you add insert edge loop option box and choose multiple edge loop to 1 over here, so see here it will be not straight. So I will undo this one. So here is another option to make our line straight as possible. Shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box. I will reset my tool. I will close my tool settings. You need to add edge loop close to this edge. When the edge selected, go to mesh tool and choose slide edge option box and reset the tool. In default it will be change as relative. I need to choose absolute and close the tool settings. Use middle mouse button and click and drag, so that means you able to move our selected edge without any distortion, so it almost in straight line. So I will move exactly in center like this. When the edge selected, press W, shift right click and choose bevel edge and give very tiny bit 0.05 or 0.1. So it's enough, I think. Right click and choose face mode. Select this face and shift double click on this face. Shift right click and choose extrude face. You need to extrude in Z to make it detail. Right click and choose object mode. Shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box. I will reset my tool. Add one edge loop close to this edge. Add one more here. Also inside. Also in this over here. Also here. So press W, double click on this edge. Press R and scale in mid because it has much thickness. So I will scale down. Shift right click and choose extrude edge. You need to extrude in Z. Now you need to add one more edge loop close to here, here, here and also here. Now press W, right click and choose object mode and press 3 in keyboard. Now you got a perfect shape with perfect topology. Now press 1 in keyboard. Go to front view. Press 1 in keyboard, so to unsmooth our object. Now I want to change my object pivot in exactly in center of grid. Press 4 in keyboard. That means you able to see our wireframe mode. Hold the D key and X key in keyboard. Now use X direction to change our pivot exactly in center of grid. I need to snap in center of grid. Press Ctrl D to duplicate and give scale X to -1 and press enter. So now go to perspective and press 5 in keyboard. So now you got an opposite side. Select this both objects, shift right click and choose combine. Now right click and choose vertex mode. Select all the vertex in center. So like this. Now scale in X to make it straight line. Shift right click and choose merge vertex and choose merge vertices. Now right click and choose object mode. Now press 3 in keyboard. So now you got a clean topology with perfect shape. Now press 1 in keyboard. Now double click on this edge. Shift right click and choose extrude edge and extrude in Z. Shift right click and choose extrude edge and extrude in Z. Add one more edge loop over here and also here, here and also here. Do same thing on top side. Double click on the edge, shift right click and choose extrude edge and extrude in Z. Compare our reference image. So it's enough, I think. Shift right click and choose extrude edge and extrude in Z. Now you need to add one more edge loop to here, here, here and also here. Now press W, right click and choose object mode. Now press 3 in keyboard to smooth our object. Now it's nice and clean. So now we need to add this object. So first of all you need to create an NURBS cylinder, go to create panel, NURBS primitives and choose NURBS cylinder and move in X. Go to front view and move in Y and press 4 in keyboard. Press E and rotate like this. And press W, I want to move over here. And press E and rotate like this. So and press R and scale in Y. So sometimes your pivot will be facing our world direction. So double click on the scale tool. In normal it will be axis orientation will be set as world. So that means you cannot able to scale on this direction. Now I want to change my axis orientation to object. So I will close my settings. Now you able to scale our object on this direction. And press W, I want to move over here and press R and scale big. So until it contacting that hole on this edge. So go to perspective and press 5 in keyboard. I want to move. So I want to change my axis direction to object. So double click on this move tool and change axis orientation to object. So I will close my tool settings. Now you able to move our object direction. So like this. So compare our reference image and press E. I want to rotate a little bit like this and press W. I want to move over here. So now we got an perfect shape. So now I want to copy this all transformation value because we want to use it later. So go to and choose notepad, copy this transformation value. Don't copy my transformation value, copy your own transformation value. Select this object and you able to see your transformation value. Copy this one, we want to use it later. So I have translate x to minus 12.288. So copy your own value, translate y has 6.819 and also rotate z value to 57.42. So copy your own transformation value and save this file as save. So I want to save as transform. So I want to use it later. So now I minimize this one. So hide this object in separate layer. Select this object and create new layer and rename this layer as 3 underscore side wall. So as a separate layer. So don't use space in Maya. So I will use underscore. Click save. I will disable this visibility. So now select this object and give translate x, y, z value. So select all these things and give 0 and press enter. So that means it will come automatically in our center of grid. Okay, create an polypipe. It will automatically create it in center of grid. Press W and move in X and go to polypipe inputs and give subdivision axis to 8. It's really important, and give thickness to 0.2. Now right click and choose face mode. Select all the bottom face and press delete in keyboard. Right click and choose object mode. When the object selected, go to modify and choose center pivot and press E and rotate Z to minus 90. Now press W. I want to go my right side view. I want to move my object above over here because in my reference image the handle is present over here. And press R and scale little bit small and press W. I want to move like this. Now go to perspective, select this object and go to modify and choose make live. So select this object and go to mesh and choose conform. So it automatically lie on our live object. Now when the object selected, go to top view. I want to change my object pivot. Hold the D key and X key in keyboard. Move on this direction. So hold the D plus X and move on this direction. You need to snap your pivot exactly in center of grid. Go to perspective. When the object selected, go to modify and choose freeze transformation. Press Ctrl D to duplicate our object and give rotate Y to 120 and press enter, and select this. After you give 120 and press enter, you got one duplicate, and select this rotate Y again and press Shift D. So that means you got another copy with even distance. Select this three objects, shift right click and choose combine. Now right click and choose edge mode. Select this edge and shift select this edge, and select this edge and shift select this edge. Shift right click and choose bridge and add only one division in between. Now right click and choose object mode and click on isolate select. So now you got the shape like this. Now we need to adjust this vertex. Right click and choose vertex mode. Select this vertex and press W and click and drag on this yellow circle. It automatically snap to our live object. So I want to move in Y. So do same thing for all other three vertex. Select this vertex and click and drag and move in Y. Select this and use click and drag on this yellow circle. It will automatically snap to our live object and move in Y. Add two more edge loop. Select this edge and shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box and choose multiple edge loop and give number of edge loop to 1. Add one edge loop to here and also here. Right click and choose vertex mode. Select this vertex and click and drag to snap our vertex point exactly to our live object. So click and drag on this yellow circle to snap our to live object. Now right click and choose face mode. Select this face and shift double click on this face and press delete. Double click on this face and delete. Right click and choose edge mode. Double click on this edge, shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press W. I want to move in this direction. So see here it won't move. So I will undo this one couple of times. So now right click and choose object mode and click on isolate select again. Click on outside and go to modify and choose make not live. So select this object and press delete. We need not anymore. Now select this object, right click and choose edge mode. Double click on this edge, shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press W. I want to move on this direction. And press R and scale in X to make it straight. Shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press R and scale down. Shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press R and scale down. When the edge selected, shift right click and choose merge and choose target belt tool. Double click on this edge, shift right click and choose merge collapse edge and choose merge edge to center. Now we need to make it quad. Right click and choose edge mode. Select this edge, leave another edge. Shift select another edge, leave another one. Select another one, leave another one and select another one. Shift right click and choose delete edge. Now you got all quads. Right click and choose object mode. Shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box. I will reset my tool. Close the tool setting. Add one more edge loop close to this edge and also here. Now right click and choose object mode. Press 3 in keyboard. Now you got a nice and smooth object. Now press 1 in keyboard. Now we need to take a multiple duplicate. When the object selected, press Ctrl D to duplicate and give rotate Y to 120 and press enter. And select this rotate Y again and press Shift D. That means you got another duplicate. So select this all object, shift right click and choose combine. Now you need to merge this object. Right click and choose vertex mode. Select this vertex and choose merge vertex and choose target belt tool. You need to click and drag over here. So do same thing on all other side. Click and drag and click and drag. Don't drag this vertex to here, you need to drag this vertex to this object. So do same thing on all other 3 sides. So click and drag and click and drag and click and drag. Do same thing on another side. Click and drag, click and drag, and also click and drag to weld our vertex. So we finished this one. Now double click on this edge, shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press W. I want to move in Y, and press R and scale like this and move in Y. Shift right click and choose Extrude Age again and press R and scale down. Shift right click and choose Extrude Age and press R and scale down. In this time, shift right click and choose Merge Collapse Edge and choose Merge Edge to Center. Now we need to make it quad. Right click and choose Edge Mode. Select one edge, leave another one. Select one, leave one. So you need to select like this. Shift right click and choose Delete Edge. Now double click on this edge, shift right click and choose Bevel Edge and give fraction amount to 0.1 and give segments to 2. Right click and choose Object Mode. Now double click on this edge, shift right click and choose Extrude Edge and press W. I want to move in Y like this and press R and scale in Y to make it straight and press W. I want to move like this. Now right click and choose Object Mode. Shift right click and choose Insert Edge Loop option box. I will add multiple edge loop. I will add 3 or 4 edge in between this one. So I will add 4 edge between this gap. Right click and choose Object Mode. Now press 3 in keyboard. Now you got a nice and clean topology. Okay, move this object over here like this. Now turn on our 3-side valve layer. So now we need to fix this one over here. So in the object selected, you need to copy your transformation value. So already we saved this one. You need to copy this one. Copy your own value. Don't copy this one. So in the object selected, I will copy my translate X and feed to this over here and press enter. So do same thing over here and copy this one and paste over here and copy this one and paste on rotate C. So copy your own value. So it will fix over here. See here, it has little bit alignment. So I want to move little bit in Y. And also like this, I want to double click on this move tool settings. I will change my axis orientation to object. So I want to move like this. So like this to make exactly in center. So I want to move a little bit like this. I will compare my reference image. So I want to move like this. So now I got an perfect placement. Go to front view. I want to change my object pivot. Before that, you need to freeze this transformation. In the object selected, go to modify and choose freeze transformation. Hold D key and X key in keyboard and move in X. I want to snap exactly in center of grid. In the object selected, press Ctrl D to duplicate and give scale Z to -1 and press enter. So that means you got an opposite side. So now go to perspective, go to shading and disable my wireframe on shader. Now you got a perfect shape like this. Finally, we need to make this one. Okay, open Maya. So go to front view, right side view, press 4 in keyboard. So that means you able to see our wireframe mode. Go to create panel, curve tools and choose CV curve tool option box. Here you need to choose 3 cubic and close the settings. So you need to draw exactly from center. Hold X in keyboard and that means it will automatically snap to our grid points. So when you reach over here, now leave the X in keyboard. So you need to draw the shape like this and press enter. Right click and choose control vertex, select this one and press W. I want to move like this, so select this one and move a little bit like this. Right, select this one. So you need to adjust to get perfect shape. So see here we need to add one more resolution point. Right click and choose curve point and add one more point over here. Shift and add another point over here. Go to curves and choose insert node. So that means it will be smooth. Go to perspective and press 5 in keyboard. Now you're able to see our object. So create and go to curves and surface and create a NURBS circle. It will automatically create an in center of grid. I want to move over here. So go to NURBS circle and give section division to 12. So it's enough. So select this NURBS circle and shift select the curve. Go to surface and choose extrude option box. Here I need to choose tube at path, component and profile normal as a polygon. So choose complete and as a polygon as a control points and click extrude. So now you've got an extrude shape. So select this object and press R and scale big. So until it contacting this region like this. So see here our object is in black color. So that means our lighting is reverse. You need to check it will be reverse or not using two side lighting option. In lighting, in normal it will be turn on. That means it will won't shows the lighting is reverse or not. You need to turn off this one. So that means it will shows our lighting is reverse. Select this object and go to mesh display and choose reverse. So now our lighting will be reversed. Now double click on this edge. So compare our reference image, add detail over here. Double click on this edge, shift right click and choose bevel edge and give fraction to 0.1 and select this face and shift double click on this face, shift right click and choose extrude face. You need to extrude in Z. So make and detail. Right click and choose insert edge loop option box. I will reset my tool, add edge loop over here and also here, add over here and also here. Now double click on this edge, shift right click and choose extrude edge and press R and scale down. Shift right click and choose extrude edge and move in Z. Double click on this edge and shift double click on this edge, shift right click and choose bevel edge and give fraction amount to 0.1 and give segments to 2. Right click and choose object mode. In the object selected, press 3 in keyboard to smooth our object. So now we got an perfect shape with perfect topology. Go to shading and choose wireframe on shader. So now you see our topology. So it's nice and clean with all quads. If you like this video, give thumbs up button. I really appreciate by that. If you have any suggestion about this video is helpful or not, please give comment below the comment box. I hope you like it. I see you on next project. Click subscribe button to subscribe our YouTube channel. We always need your support to create high quality content further. So please subscribe. Click here to also watch the tutorial of how to model a complex shapes in Maya 2017 part 18.